3, 2, 1. Be there now. Describe your family group to me. Where do they live? Well, as you connect now, mind to mind, I want you to connect with all the energies that you work with in spirit, and connect with the group that you work with, where you get your tasks from. And tell me, are they just energy or are they different souls that you work with?
Feels like energy.
Energy. Mm-hmm. And what's the purpose of coming down to Earth? Why do you, as a group of energy, want to make that transition down to Earth? What are you doing?
Helping to build better ways for people.
I see. Mm-hmm. Well, now we've got that scene. I want to close that scene now. So see yourself closing that scene now. And I'd like now to talk to my client's inner self. And as I continue to talk now, I want that inner self, that subconscious part of your mind, to come forward. And I want that part of your inner self to use your voice so that it can communicate with me. So good afternoon, inner self, higher self. Are you a male or female energy?
Female.
You're a female energy. Mm-hmm. Tell me, how long have you been working with my client? How many lives?
4.
4. So what's the purpose of you working with my client today? What is it that he's working on?
Seems like they're a protector.
He is a protector.
She.
She is a protector. Very good. Very good. So why did they contract to work together? Why does he need her protection?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I want to do now is I want to ask that higher self to do a body scan with me. So I'm going to start at the top of the head. And with your X-ray vision, let's start at the top of the head and begin to scan down the body like a body of light. Just like an X-ray. And let's start at the top of the head, slowly scanning down the forehead, the cheeks, the bones, the jaw, across those shoulders, down the torso, into the tummy area, all across those hips, down the thighs, knees, down the calves and the shins, right to the feet, to the tips of the toes, and let's scan all the way back up. And tell me, where can I best work with my client? Just notice where there's any energy that I could work with. What area of the body?
So it's the head.
And the head? Is that the top of the head, the left or the right?
The front.
It's the front. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my hands on your head so that I can feel that energy, that connection. So when you're ready, I'm placing my hand on your head now, connecting with that energy. And as all energy has consciousness, I want this energy that's in your head to have a voice. So I'm going to bring it down to the throat. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Energy, what are you doing there? In the head there. What symptoms are you causing?
Just stopping from seeing.
Stop him from seeing?
Mm.
Stop him from seeing what? What does he need to be prevented from seeing?
Knowledge of his own power.
Knowledge of his own power? Tell me, did you have permission to enter this body?
No.
And do you have a name? What can I call you today? Joan. Joan, you seem to have attached yourself to my client. Joan, did you have a past life?
Yes.
So why didn't you go to spirit, Joan?
Keep him trapped.
You keep getting trapped? So are you trying to get to spirit, but you keep getting trapped? Let's go back to your life, Joan, and let's just see what happened to you. So when you're ready, I want you to go drifting back, floating through time and space, going down and down, drifting and floating all the way back to the life that you led on earth. And I want you to be there now. Joan, describe to me what happened to you in that life.
Practice witchery.
You practiced witchery. And what was the consequence of that, Joan?
To keep him trapped.
To keep him trapped? So have you worked with my client before?
Yes.
What's the purpose then of keeping him trapped? Is he more powerful than you?
Yes.
He's more powerful. Tell me, inner self, have you come down before and had several lives with my client?
Yes.
So is his purpose to believe in himself rather than you? Mm-hmm. Tell me, Joan, did somebody send you to do this task with him, or did you choose to do this task?
Chose.
You chose. Mm-hmm. So what's the purpose of keeping him trapped? How does this elevate you to your position? What does it give you?
I feel of him.
You feed off him? Mm-hmm. But he hasn't given you permission to be there, has he? So today, now that you've been highlighted, it's time for you to go home, Joan. What do you say about that? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. So what I want to do is I want to place my hand on the forehead. Joan, as my hand is on the forehead, I want you to go into that head now and start collecting all those thoughts, those decisions and those memories that you've instilled in there. Go in there now and begin to draw all those memories, those decisions, those thought patterns. Draw them out and bring them up to my hand. Because Joan, it's time for you to go back to spirit, to the light, to be loved. And we need you to collect everything, so go even deeper into every muscle, fibre and cell of that body, all the way down. Tell me, is this travelling down into the neck? Go down, go really deep down, and start to draw from the top of the neck, the root that I can feel. See it getting weaker and weaker, reducing up and up into my hand. Have I got all your energy now, Joan? So I'm going to take that away from my client, and I'm going to ask Archangel Raphael and Archangel Zadkiel to come down to carry Joan back to spirit, and may the light of the universe always accompany it. So take another look in there now, in that body, and tell me, is there anywhere else in the body that we can work in now that we've released Joan back to spirit? Just go down the body once more, and you'll just have a sense or a knowing. Or can we get on to the questions?
Feel as anything.
Right. I think the major one was to clear that blockage from Joan. So what I want to ask you now, inner self, what is the purpose of that feeling that he had as a young child, 3 or 4, of some kind of alien connection? What was all that about? Did he have an alien connection, or was it just his imagination?
No, it's to give information.
To give information. Mm-hmm. Who gave him that information? Where did it come from? Off-world. Mm-hmm. So does the off-world energy sometimes bring down information to humans?
Yes.
What kind of information did they bring to him at that young age? What did they want him to know? is it information that you don't want to part with?
Seems to be locked away.
It's locked away. Will that be revealed eventually, that information? It's clearly not ready for me to know now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, has he worked with the off-world before in different lives?
Yes.
Very good. And I want to ask, what was the purpose of him going through his last relationship? How did that benefit his soul?
It's taught him inner love.
Taught him inner love. Mm-hmm. To believe in himself and to love himself.
Yes.
Thank you. And can you tell me about this coaching business? Who is it that's directed him towards this coaching business? Does he have a guide that's directed